Hello Aries, and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3-month tarot reading. This will be for April, May, June 2023 for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, this won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So let's see what we have for you. What I've done, Aries, I've taken the corresponding cards from your yearly 2023 tarot reading. So we have the King of Wands in April. Likely your energy, King of Wands, male or female, can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the 7 of Pentacles in May, and we have the 3 of Pentacles in June. So 2 out of 3 of the cards I will say is Pentacle energy. I will certainly say that the dominating energy is where you're being grounded, you're being practical, you're being resourceful, you're keeping your feet firmly on the ground, and that would be the advice too for this quarter. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Aries? Thank you. So we have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and I've got the King of Wands again. In May, we have the Page of Swords, 7 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. And in June, we have the Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Cups. So Aries, we're going to look at the individual cards and also any overarching messages that I get for you. As a lot can happen in a month, let alone 3 months, so we'll pull out the messages that I get. Starting with April, we have the King of Wands, male or female. This is empowered energy. This represents you taking the lead in your own life, and you're appearing twice in April. Fire, fire, fire energy. But it's not just fire. It's applying that intellect, that reason, that logic, that air energy that goes with the King of Wands energy. This is air and fire. This is being very clear about how you're moving forward in life, the avenues that you're pursuing, how you're taking empowered action in your life and taking the lead in your own life, and also recognizing your own power, discovering your own power to respond to situations, deal with situations. Nothing is beyond your power to face things, deal with them and overcome them this month. So recognize that, and that's what you're being told with the King of Wands energy. This is somebody who is successful because they don't give up. This is somebody who recognizes their own power and therefore understands how to harness it and utilize it to the best effect to bring advancement, growth, success, empowerment, and that sense of satisfaction through achievement. So this is the energy for you this month in whatever area of life. There's a strong energy here of you're absolutely coming into your own in April. And April is, for the majority of April, Aries season. And you're probably feeling that sense of power, understanding how to assert your sense of self, understanding how to assert that sense of how to go after things and make them happen this month. There's a very empowering energy with the King of Wands. And it's very confident. I'll also say, with this Aries, you're going to command that sense of power. So understand that. There is a sense of presence, a sense of charisma, and leadership, natural leadership with the King of Wands as well. So again, this sense of whatever you're dealing with, however you're taking empowered action this month, understand that you command that sense of power as well and recognition as a result of this energy. This is about really understanding who you are. And sometimes we allow the external factors in our life we focus so much on the external that we forget self. And Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. You are all about the house of self. So I certainly feel this is an energy here of you coming back to you. Not focusing on what's going on out there first and foremost, but focusing on you, who you are, coming back to you. And from that, recognizing your own power and that sense of self and emitting that and projecting that to the world. That's the energy this month. It's very powerful. We have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, this can sometimes be called the hard-won victory card. There may well be some kind of situation that you're dealing with here, Aries, where there is just a need to win. There is a need to succeed. This can be about winners and losers. And it represents a hard-won victory, winning at any cost, because sometimes that's what circumstances require. So there could be some kind of significant victory coming into you from taking this empowered action, you coming into your own, you discovering what you're made of. And again, this can be linked with conflict or competition or battles, even fallouts. But this can be about winning. The advice from that is to make sure that it's a righteous victory. You're doing things for the right reasons, which I feel the King of Wands through experience as an energy would. Because this can be, whatever you're facing and dealing with it, you win. You have an opportunity through that sense of presence and power to get the outcome that you want, the hard-won victory, the hard-won success, the hard-won win. So that's a great sense of accomplishment here, because this card would not be easy to get a victory from. But this is victory is yours. And it might well be even with the Eight of Wands, this can be out of the blue, news, communication might be coming into you. The Eight of Wands can be a very positive change in terms of communication energy, bringing that sense of transformation and change, and it's fast change this month. So it might well be that things are changing for you and you claim some significant victory and success over the thing that's challenged you and receive some kind of positive news. And it's because you refuse to accept anything other than this outcome. That's the energy here coming into April. You may have taken empowered action. And this is, I'm going to keep on going until I overcome the issue that I face. And I'm going to take the lead in my life, and I'm going to get the outcome that I want. And this is the energy here, the victory, the success that's not been easy to achieve, but fast, positive change, communication, conversations coming in. That's the energy here in April. Now, the other message that I will get with these two cards as well, Aries. And like I said, nothing is beyond your power to overcome this month. The Five of Swords, it can be when people do things that are disrespectful, that causes conflict and arguments and fallouts and disagreements, even endings in some way. So you might be facing things and taking the lead from a point of being in your power to deal with this kind of situation. For example, in a workplace, the Five of Swords energy can be people will do whatever they want to do, they can do to get ahead, and they're not afraid to throw you under the table, scapegoat you, step over you to get ahead. That would be the energy here. So you might be dealing with some kind of scenario on that basis. Equally, it can be a friend or a family member or in love romance, somebody doing something that's very disrespectful. And again, there could be some kind of conflict falling out as a result of that. It feels here you understand how to take action and move forward to bring positive change your way. The Eight of Wands can be communication. It can also be this sense of, I understand exactly how I'm going to respond to this situation in order to bring positive change. So this feels like whatever you're dealing with, if that scenario appears, this is the response to that. And you understand instinctively how you're going to deal with it, face it, deal with it, overcome, and bring that sense of positive change. So that's what I see for you for April. Other messages for the Eight of Wands in particular, this can also be linked with travel. It can be linked with forward movement, things like travel, even holidays, distance, traveling distances as well, So there could well be some kind of requirement for that as well. It could be, a leisure thing. It could also be because circumstances require you to respond and travel in some way. Travel may well be significant for you, but this is a very positive card that always brings a sense of growth, positive forward movement, positive shifts. So that's what I see for you for April here, Aries. Coming into May, and this is where we have the grounded energy, the sensible energy, the kind of like the brass tacks energy coming in, where you're taking stock and evaluating your circumstances here. The Seven of Pentacles can be sometimes when we persevere on a path, and it can be a little bit frustrating. And it can be sometimes we have to just keep on keeping on with the Seven of Pentacles, because it does sometimes require us to just keep on at something. It can be in terms of something practical like investments. You might be evaluating investments here. Could be anything in terms of saving, what you've invested in. And even evaluating, your money scenario, in terms of what you might have accumulated or where you're allocating your money, where you're spending your money, evaluating things like bills and outgoings and that kind of thing. So it can be things practical on that basis. But certainly if you're pursuing an end result, this can be where you're just like, oh, when is it going to happen? When am I going to get the end result here? I've been working and working and working, and and this is where we take stock and evaluate, well, is my current plan working, or do I need to make some kind of changes? Am I happy where I am, or do I need to look for jobs elsewhere? This can be the energy here where you might be evaluating your current work scenario. It can also be about investing time in relationships. So it's all about where we invest our time, what we want to persevere on, what we want to keep on taking action towards, and what we don't. It might well be that you're doing some kind of consideration this month in what you've put effort and time in to date, and whether you want to make changes, whether it's working for you, whether you want to keep on with this, or like I said, whether things need to kind of like be tweaked, change, adjusted in some way. That would be the energy here, but it's very practical energy. It can be what you've invested your emotional energy in as well with the Pentacles energy. So it's about taking stock, evaluating, this is how far I've come, and how far am I away from the finish line, or what do I need to do to get to the finish line, or am I happy with what I've invested in, and do I need to make any changes? That would be the energy here. I want to go to this because the Seven of Cups can be about pursuing hopes, dreams and wishes. This can be, in money terms, this can be very good in terms of opportunity. So it might well be for some of you, coming into May, you're taking stock and evaluating your circumstances and whether you're happy where you are, or whether you want to pursue, new opportunities elsewhere. This can be, maybe I need to look at what's out there. Maybe I need to look at, pursuing, wider hopes, dreams and wishes. Could be to advance yourself, to further yourself in some way. This can be those hopes, dreams and wishes. You have options. And Spirit is saying you've absolutely got options out there to pursue. There are opportunities to be manifested. There are pathways to be manifested. This is the energy here of there's potential around you should you choose to tap into that. And if you have been kind of like, looking at your options between these two energies, the Page of Swords can be very good in terms of news, communication coming in. That brings the beginnings of something new, the beginnings of change. Now we have this with the Ten of Pentacles. in money terms, the Ten of Pentacles can be one of the wealth cards of tarot. So it can be very good in terms of achieving an increase in money. From the 7 to the 10 of Pentacles, this can be goal achievement, success, material success, accomplishment, a great sense potentially of climbing the ladder in May as well, furthering yourself, advancing yourself in money, career and finances to bring greater abundance, success, security and stability into your life. This is a card of wealth. Greater wealth is available to you. So it might well be that you're kind of like pursuing options here. And again, taking stock of whether you're happy or not on your current path and whether you want to see what's out there. It looks, should you be pursuing opportunities in May time, there could be some very positive news in money in particular, because really the Pentacles can be very good in terms of money, career, finances, property, and so on and so forth. So that's the energy that I'm having. Very, very good cards in terms of career, advancing, climbing the ladder, progression, certainly in terms of money. Now, Aries, the 7 of Pentacles can also be when we take stock and evaluate other areas of our life. With the Page of Swords can be learning something, hearing something. So it can be about news, communication, information coming in. It just feels in this scenario here that it might well be you're learning about something that causes you to take stock and evaluate your current situation. There's a strong focus on money, certainly in terms of May. If this wasn't in terms of furthering yourself, the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles can also be, am I ready to retire? Have I got enough to retire? And considering that possibility. And then it might well be having some kind of, conversation, communication that might bring clarity your way here in terms of whether you want to retire or not. So this can be, the 10 of Pentacles can also be very good in terms of retirement, potentially, considering retiring or semi-retiring in some way. But very abundant energies, 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. If you have been persevering on a path and even you get to that point where you're just taking stock, evaluating, do I want to do this anymore? Do I want to make changes? It might well be here that the opportunity for greater wealth, abundance, or a sense of moving into a different area of life, could be retirement, like I said, might be for you in May time. So that's what I have for you in May time. Major focus on stability, security, financial areas is what I'm getting here. We're moving into June now. So the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles can be very good in terms of collaborative projects. From here, if we take it from May, you might be joining a new team. You could be setting up a new business partnership. You could be joining, a new company or a new partnership from the very beginnings upwards, the very infancy of it, because this can be about getting projects, partnerships, collaborations, initiatives off the ground. Now, it can be very good in terms of business. It can also be, something that's very close to your heart. Could be things like, charity projects or, initiatives that are more like a hobby that you like to just get off the ground in some way. So some kind of teamwork or collaboration might well be for you in June time. Certainly with these kind of energies here, Aries, coming in from May, if there is new opportunity opening up for you that brings in greater success and abundance, the 3 of Pentacles coming into June may well also signify that there is some kind of negotiation, some kind of compromise, negotiation being done. Now that could be in terms of a package or being, in terms of your pay and that kind of thing. So this can be a very good card on that front too. I'll also say it can be, staying on the money theme, if you are doing up a home, property developing, like I said, it could be your main kind of income, or it could be things that you're just additional things that you're pursuing, focusing on. This can be that kind of property, doing up your home, your property, that kind of thing, creative, property interiors. This can be, the structure that these people are collaborating on, building that solid structure, that solid foundation upon which to build great wealth and abundance. So this can be a great card in terms of initiative, projects, collaborations, property, even doing up a property or property development in some way. So that's what I have in terms of money areas coming into June time. Now, the Three of Pentacles can also be about collaborating in other areas. And we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be a message. It can be a heartfelt message, a message from the heart. So this can be where you come to some kind of collaborative agreement, compromise even, or agreement in some way, in terms of how you're moving forward with a relationship. For example, the Page of Cups can be linked with children, but it can also be linked with so if this is a message to do with a child, it can be maybe, coming to some kind of compromise in terms of progressing something with a child, It could be mending fences, building bridges. There could be some significant message coming in, because we have the Three of Cups with that, which can be about reunion, coming together, and it can be a great community energy as well, the Three of Cups. So coming together in harmony, in celebration, with the Ten of Cups, the happy home, the happy family, the happy relationship, long-term committed relationships, marriage, children, family. It's where everything falls into place and feels uplifted and blessed. So it's a lovely energy, the Ten of Cups. Really lovely energy in terms of real happiness and fulfillment, not wanting for anything. Everybody gets their wish. So this can be potentially, building bridges, mending fences, as well as it can be in relationships too. There could also be some kind of agreed way forward in terms of relationships. Three of Cups can be celebration, reasons to celebrate. With the Page of Cups, a message from the heart. There could be some gesture extended to you where there's celebration in the home, the family, the relationship, or moving things to the Ten of Cups status. Marriage, long-term committed relationships, starting a family, expanding one, adopting, buying a home, just all lovely energy here. So these cards are really beautiful energies, very happy energies. I mean, I don't really see any challenging, difficult energies here, Aries. I see the Five of Swords, but again, with two King of Wands, bookending the reading in April, I don't see this being beyond your power to deal with. You're coming at this from a point of power. So whatever this is, you'll face it, you deal with it, and you overcome and move in the direction that you feel is right for you. The other message that I want to say to you in June, there could be some kind of significant meeting of some kind. In whatever life area. That could be anything in terms of health, that could be in terms of, business, property, collaborative projects, again, however that manifests, even in terms of a family meeting. But I certainly feel that there is some significant meeting for you in June time in particular, but it all ends well. It all is very productive and brings that sense of additional happiness and harmony into your life. And that's what I want to say here. So Aries, I'm going to pull you a few cards. I'm going to pull you a fortune cookie to start off with to see what other messages we get for you. What do we have for Aries? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Message for Aries. And I will also say in the month of June, if you need help, if you feel that you're doing everything on your own, and if you need help, Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This can be about community, additional support, sharing the work, sharing the responsibility brings that sense of cohesion and positive change for you. So this will be a month here where you get more success in whatever area of your life through teamwork, through collaborative energy, by not doing everything on your own as well. That's what I want to say to you in the month of June. Okay, fortune cookie for Aries, thank you. We have surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Hopefully you can see that it's quite shiny, the card, so it doesn't always scan in well. Let's pull you an oracle card and see what message we get for you, Aries. What do we have for Aries as an additional message to go with this next 3-month reading, please? Angel, spirits, guides. Message for Aries. Confidence, growing confidence, yeah. I see that. It definitely starts in April because King of Wands, 2 King of Wands energies, extremely confident energy. Yeah. Can also be someone showing confidence in you or feeling confidence how life areas are evolving. Let's see what we have for you as an Archangel Michael message. What do we have for our lovely Aries? Thank you. For the next 3 months. Lovely. We have number 33. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared dream. Such a lovely message. And 33 is a master number. Do look that up because the 3s are very spiritual. I'm going to pull you a colour card. Kind of feels like a mood energy. So let's see what we have for you, Aries. What do we have for Aries? Oh, thank you. I've got 2. Rainbow. Oh my goodness. We've got the rainbow right there. The rainbow of blessings, I always call this card. We have rainbow number 1. Connect to spirit in nature. Rainbows are signs of blessings, spiritual blessings. Because I want to say, Aries, as this can be a blessing from spirit as well. It's a very spiritual card, the 10 of Cups. It can also be what we do, how we're productive to feed that rainbow as well. These 2 people, you can see they mirror each other, but they hold their hands up to the rainbow. So their work, their effort, their productiveness feeds that rainbow as well and sustains it. It's a card of perpetual happiness. I think it's called Lord of Perpetual Happiness, this card. And it's because even though this represents spiritual blessings, it's also what we do to bring blessings into our life through being productive, So that's the energy here. The other card that came out was Amber, Awaken Your Creativity, number 15. It does look very fiery, that as well. I know it's Amber, but it looks very fiery, that energy, with Aries being a fire sign. And I'm going to finish off by pulling you an energy card. So let's see what we have as a final message for you. Final message, advice for Aries. Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. 2 cards. We have number 12, change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward. so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. And with that, we have Soul Time number 40. The frequency of Soul Time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that, while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. That's what I have for you, Aries, for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful next 3 months, Aries, and I will see you next time.